In the first video, we discussed many aspects of the game Presentable Liberty. The gameplay, the characters, your mind, and the theory itself. But as I learned recently, there is an alternative ending to the game, and there may be more to look at. Which now made me ask, who is Dr. Money? His motives seem rather clear, as all he wants to do is make more money. But let's look deeper into who this man really is. Well, first of all, this isn't Dr. Money's first appearance in the game. Created by the same creator of Presentable Liberty, Presentable Money is a game where the main character finds a magical box that makes money. You take it home and decide to get richer and richer. But of course, you're not the only one who wants money. At the very end of the game, after you've collected lots of money, you also have a can. And Dr. Money offers you a can opener, but for all of your money. You accept it and give away all of your money. This can contains beans and your character gets excited and eats them. But the next day you start to feel your organs fail. These beans contain the virus from Presentable Liberty. Fast forward to Presentable Liberty. So in the alternative ending, instead of deciding to leave, you decide to stay in your cell. You listen to Dr. Money so you can be safe in your cell. Play your games, and Dr. Money mocks you. Dr. Money then admits that you were innocent from the start, and that he created the virus to sell organs. And he admits that you are immune to the virus, and that's why he locked you up. Because the high quality organs sell for a high price, and when you first arrived, you got a shot. That shot was the only antidote to the virus. He also talks about how he locked up several people to do this, to sell healthy organs. And your organs are worth millions. As the credits roll, you see that you last 12 more days. You finish all of your games, and you never hear from any of your friends again. But finally you hear footsteps approaching, and a man enters your cell, and you die. But how does this answer who Dr. Money is? Well, before you die, you have one last thought. Friend? Why do you think this is? Well, I have a possible answer. Who has been referring to you as their friend through the whole game? In the letters, Salvador calls you friend many times. Dr. Money is Salvador. Let's think about this. Dr. Money is watching you. Mr. Smiley lets us know that. And Dr. Money most likely saw us not being happy. So he knew what he had to do. He needed to create hope. So Salvador, or Dr. Money, didn't want your character to kill themselves. So he created a scenario where he gave the main character hope of escaping. But to make sure the main character stayed in the cell, Dr. Money then said everyone he had hoped for is dead, crushing all the hope your character had, and making your character fear the outside world, making them fear the virus, making them fear loneliness. This also explains why Salvador's letters are still allowed to be delivered to you, because Dr. Money wants to create a false sense of security. Dr. Money could have easily stopped Salvador's letters from being delivered to you. After all, he does own the building that you are trapped in. And if your organs are worth millions to Dr. Money, of course he would have had more ways to keep you happy. He could tell, while watching you, that Salvador's letters, his letters, made you happy. Your character falls under the influence of Dr. Money and stays in the cell out of fear that Dr. Money himself created. And then Dr. Money reveals his ultimate plan to make more money. And 12 days later, Dr. Money reveals himself as Salvador, your friend. And that is why you think of that word before you die. But hey, look on the bright side. Justice is served. In the game Presentable Money, it mentions that Dr. Money dies from his own created virus. But let's not overlook the first video, and the theory where this is all in your mind. Does this disprove it? Does this mean none of this was in your mind and this was all real? I say no. I say it might even make it stronger. If you give in to Dr. Money, or the depression that was trying to win over your mind, the depression has successfully taken over your mind, and you decide to commit suicide. But why does it take 12 days? Two big reasons come to my mind. You could have possibly waited 12 days to do it. But the more likely answer, people with depression say that life goes by so slow. Everything goes slow. Your life slows down. It just feels like 12 days until you actually commit suicide. And in your mind, it is still represented as a dream or a hallucination of sorts. But why do you see your friend Salvador? Well, your mind has given in to the depression, and as I said in the last video, Salvador was the reason why you kept moving on. He was the part of your mind that kept you going. But as depression has taken over your mind, the tables have turned. And instead of Salvador being your savior, he is now your end. So maybe in the end, Dr. Money isn't Salvador. But once you gave into depression, Dr. Money, the depression itself, controlled your mind and controlled Salvador, the driving force of your mind. In the end, Dr. Money isn't anybody. He is the depression taking over your mind and ending you. And if you give in to him, he will turn your own friend, your own mind against you. As the saying goes, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Also subscribe to keep updated on future videos. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Also click the link here if you have yet to see part 1. Trust me, you should watch it. Also, you should really play this game. I will leave a link for it in the description. Thank you for watching.